Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Zach Lully. I am a project manager here at 5 Words Media, and I am here with an Allen & Heath SQ5. We built our drums, our bass, our guitars, and our keys. Now we're gonna work on our tracks. In this specific session, I have a stereo left-right track. I have a stereo background vocal track, which kind of has some tracked crowd mics in it, as well as some vocal effects. And I have a mono track that's percussion. My left and right stereo tracks I put down to one fader. It's a stereo fader. You can see that here. I'll put that up now. You can hear that it's a lot of synths and stuff that you can't really replicate live too well. And so, put that up. My background vocal sounds like this. There's some harmonies in there as well as some gang vocals. And then here's my percussion. Really, that's just designed to work in tandem with what the drummer is playing to kind of fill in the sonic space a little better. Let's hear that all together. There's a few things I want to do, so let's do our tracks first. Let's put a high pass filter in. We can pull it back quite a bit. There is some low end in there that I'll want. Now these tracks are typically mastered tracks off the record, so they sound pretty good right out of the box. There's probably a few things you'll need to do to make it fit your room or the mix that you're trying to produce, but for the most part, these sound really good right out of the box. Let's hear our background vocals. Put a high pass filter in. There's a few things I want to just take out here. One thing I do with all my background vocals is I take a high shelf at about 7K and I take it down about 3 dB. And what that does is it buries your background vocals in the mix just a little bit. So that way your lead vocal stands out on top of it. We'll hear that. That sounds really good to me. Let's hear this percussion now. Again, I'm gonna throw a high pass filter in. I'm also gonna throw a low pass filter in on this. See if there's anything in here that I don't really like. That sounds really good right out of the box. Again, these are mastered tracks off the record, so they've been done in the studio, so they sound really well. For compression on tracks, if I'm doing it for a worship service, typically I'll plug them in and I'll listen to them prior to rehearsal, just so I can hear that they're all kind of sounding the same and I can set levels coming from whether it's Ableton or multi-tracks or whatever the case it may be. I'm gonna listen to my background vocal now and see if that needs any compression. I'm gonna add a little bit here. That sounds pretty good to me. Let's listen to our tracks all together. Sweet, let's listen to our tracks in relation with everything else. Now that we've dialed our band in, let's go back and let's dial in our vocals.